What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Thursday. It is July 21st, 2022. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup. Good morning, Mark and John and Gad and Jenny and Stacy. Almost felt like we had like a collection of apostles. Is that the group? I don't know my New Testament. Mark and John, right? Yeah, so what's happening? I'm double checking on something. Yep. Just wanted to be super duper sure of something that we're going to talk about later in this episode. But how are you? How was your Wednesday? What did you do? Did you stay cool? I did not. It was really, really hot and gross. And I didn't like it. And that coupled with drinking way too much caffeine because I went to two different coffee shops. One, because I was trying to do work and they didn't have any seats inside. So I sat outside and drank my coffee and sweat a lot, but I got to pet a dog. So worked out. And then I had a meeting in a different coffee shop and ordered a cold brew. And I was about halfway through it and went, oh, this is too much. But like a fool, I kept drinking coffee. And so let's just say between the heat and the caffeine, I didn't sleep well last night. Stacy said, and Jeremy's feeling tropical, got his Hawaiian shirt on. I'm wearing, I'll admit it, I'm wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday. I've got Hawaiian shirt and linen pants because this is what I do when it's hot because I just can't deal. I can't deal. And honestly, I'd rather wear linen pants than shorts and sit on the couch and have the fabric of the couch, which is not particularly breathable, up against my skin. Jenny's confirming for me. Thank you. Yes, apostles, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There we go. Some stuff from that 13 years of Catholic education sticks with you. And Dennis, good morning, Dennis, says, happy Eva Friday, y'all. Seriously, in this heat, we're grateful you're wearing clothes. Gotta wear clothes. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. It's not that kind of show, guys. So meetings, a little bit of time at the gym. One of my legs was not cooperating. I won't quite say that I strained something, but something did not feel right, so I called it quits. Made some food. Watched some TV. Did the books. It was a pretty standard Wednesday. It's funny, I slept with the bedroom, no, not the bedroom. Yeah, the bedroom window open, cranked out. And there were multiple times I heard the bird, the bird that's driving me nuts, fly over because I recognize what its flight sounds like, what its wing patter, I don't know. I can tell. Can you tell I can't think right now? I didn't sleep well. I think I still have caffeine bugging me. And I hear it fly in and then sit there like it was confused. Like the window's open. How do I peck at it? Yeah. Stupid bird. Gad said, had a really rough night. It was too warm and stuffy. Luckily, it has cooled down quite a bit from 39 to 17 in one day. That is awesome. Stacy says you could emulate Christopher Maloney in Peloton. I don't get the reference. I know who Christopher Maloney is. Law and Order Organized Crime is a great show. Was a huge fan of Criminal Intent. No, it's the wrong show. He was on SVU. Vincent D'Onofrio was on Criminal Intent. Love Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, it's 65-ish outside and muggy. So I'll take. If it's gonna be, my choices are like 80 something and not muggy, and 65 and muggy. I'll take the 65 and muggy because at least I can shut the windows later, and there are some things I can do to bring the humidity down. Running Cold water in the shower will bring humidity down. Well, I don't know how, but it does. Oh, okay. Stacy says Chris Maloney just dropped a naked Peloton ad. What? That doesn't seem on character with him. Cat says the bird was saying, I like to watch. Entirely possible. Entirely possible, especially once it started to lighten up. So today, I am excited to announce something to all of you. Andy says, cool shirt. Thank you. I'm excited to, for those of you who don't get to see me in person, if I'm not wearing Whistlekick stuff in the summer, I'm wearing Hawaiian shirts. I love Hawaiian shirts. This one is, man, how old is this one? This one's got to be close to 20 years old. I've got a couple others that I've had for a while. They're comfortable. I've got some others that are nicer, dragonflies, and one of my favorite ones has flamingo skeletons on it. You got to look really closely. But anyway, so today, all right, hold on. More comments. Dennis says, apparently the dude is a nudist in real life, according to Sarah. I did not know that. Good morning, Brian. Brian says, good morning, Whistlekick family. No notifications still, so coming to the page instead for now, whatever works. Yeah, if I was doing something different, I would tell you. I'm not, so I'm not sure what's going on, and I'm sorry that that's less convenient. All right. I got a notification on Facebook 2 days ago about this, 3 days ago. We've been working on this for a year, and today we are announcing the Whistlekick Awards, or rather the Never Settle Awards, I'm sorry. I became frustrated and disillusioned with the way awards were given in the martial arts world. And I set out to change that. And I posted something on Facebook and more or less said that. Who wants to help? Well, there are some people who stepped up to help. And we have spent the last year figuring out what to do, how to do, when and where to do, why to do, etc. And they're live today. Today's episode of Martial Arts Radio is an interview. In fact, it's the first episode I have not been part of. It's Andrew talking to the rest of the team about the Never Settle Awards and what they entail, a bit of the history, etc. We are also opening nominations today. Nominations close. Stacy, I'm going to need your help remembering what day they close. Stacy is leading the awards team, and she's done a great job. And I want to shout out Craig and Chris and Tommy. Am I missing someone? Craig, Chris, Tommy, Stacy. No. So the four of them have cranked away. I've helped where appropriate, and I'm really proud of what we have. So you'll be able to nominate people for these awards that will be voted on. We'll take the nominations. We'll discard the silly ones like Mickey Mouse or people who have passed away. Actually, maybe we won't discard the past. I don't know. This is our first time doing this. And I don't know that we've talked about announcing when we are giving out these awards, so I'm not going to say that right now. Some of you can probably guess, but I'm really excited for this because it is, to my knowledge, the first time awards in the martial arts industry will be voted on by the public. And I think that that's what needs to happen. Too many things in the world of martial arts happen behind closed doors, without scrutiny, and I don't like it. If you think about it, so much of what we have as a culture is about just trust the process. And there are times that that's appropriate, but it's not everything. And when it is everything, it leaves too much room for corruption. Now, I'm not calling out anyone or anything specifically. You are welcome to draw your own conclusions if you would like, and I will leave it there. They close on nominations close August 15th. So you've got just shy of a month to get your nominations in, and you will see social media posts all over the place between now and then. Mark suggesting a Hawaiian Whistlekick shirt. I would wear the heck out of that. Yeah. Maybe we can figure out how to make that. I do have a couple days set on my quote vacation. I'm taking some sort of, to me, taking time off doesn't mean not working. It means not doing more. And I've got some time carved out at the end of August, early September to take a few days where I blocked off in my calendar. No new appointments. So I'll take the appointments that I already have scheduled then. But in there, I'm likely to be in North Conway, New Hampshire, and working on the fall and winter collections for Whistlekick. And our other thread of the morning thus far, Gad says, I have nudist nightmares. Was dragged to nudist colonies as a teenager each holiday. Oh my God. Wish my parents had given me the choice to go or not. Not a prude at all, but some things you share to see with someone you choose, and they do everything naked, shopping and hiking included. Not hygienic or safe, if you ask me. I think there's plenty of room in between being naked all the time and being clothed all the time. And everyone should get to choose how much clothing and naked they want. Now, I think we've talked about this on the show before. Vermont is one of those weird places where it's not illegal to be naked in public. George Carlin made a great observation that we allow our children to see tremendous amounts of violence on television and in movies, but not nudity. And in fact, he went a step further and compared extreme violence on TV and in movies to pornography. He said, which of those two things would you rather have your children engaged in? And when you look at it that way, ooh, man, I think we get it wrong. But the idea of being dragged to a nudist colony as a teenager by parents, that's tough. Being a teenager is tough enough. You can't figure out what's going on in life, and now you got to deal with that. That's intense. God, that would scar me. I'm sorry, my friend. Stacy, would you mind dropping the link to the page at whistlekick.com in the chat so people can see it? You don't have to nominate for all four. You can nominate for one. We will do likely actual physical awards, very simple ones, because they're going to come out of my pocket. I'm okay with that. We may get sponsors on them. I don't know. It's going to be for a first year. Anytime you do a first year thing, it's tough to get people to see what you're doing because they want to understand the whole experience. Okay, what did you do? How did you do? Where, when, etc. Oh, interesting. Stacy says, been to a camp where clothing was optional except in the dining areas for precisely that reason, Gad. Dennis says, I take most of my Zoom work calls in my skivvies. Woo! Take care, Andy. One of the best parts about living alone in the woods is that on a really, really hot day, I can wear whatever I want or whatever I don't want. I can not wear whatever I don't. When it's hot, I don't always wear clothes. There you go. Kelly says, Dennis, at least not in a thong. Oh, I love it. Now, last night we had a meeting for the Patreon folks, and some people attended, and I appreciate those folks who attended. And we talked through the rough ideas that I had around a Patreon specific show. We came up with a couple ideas. We're going to start light, but here's the thing that as we talked about it, we realized a live Whistlekick hangout that is not public gives us the opportunity to talk about technical material. This will be the first set of content that Whistlekick will do. It's not a set of content. This will be the first show where Whistlekick really gets into technical material. And I'm really excited for it. So the next steps for those of you who did not attend, I will put out a poll to try to figure out what is the best general day of the week, time of day for us to have this show. It's probably going to be monthly. So there you go. And we'll see how it grows. And I'm excited for that because I came in kind of at a certain level. And I always believe starting as low as you can. And it was the others on the call who were saying, but there's a step below that. What if we do this? And I was like, oh, I really like that. So there we are. Tommy says, I'm not naked at the moment. Okay, good. And Kelly says, note to self, don't stop by as a surprise visit to Jeremy when it is hot. Heads up, I got lots of cameras. I'll know you're here. Mark says he is. Okay. Well, there you go. All right. And so here we go. Here is the link for the awards. Whistlekick.com/pages/Whistlekick-Marshall-Arts-Awards. And of course, they're, having to remember that or write it down, not necessarily the easiest way, but we will be sharing that around all over the place. Super pumped for that. Thank you to Andrew for recording the episode. Thank you to Stacy and Craig and Tommy and Chris for all of your work on this project, for stepping in. I think it's the first time we've ever had 5 people on a single podcast. No, that's not true. That might be true. We did a 2-part women's conversations thing years ago that I hosted. And I know one of them we had 3 guests. I don't remember if we had 4 guests on the other one. He says, I stepped away to change Lil's diaper and I come back to a half-naked chat group. There you go. All right, switching gears. I had a couple more things show up from the Whistlekick store, and I got to ask you guys a question on this one because I love this design, but I'm not sure if we need to adjust it. This is a martial arts radio mug, Whistlekick martial arts radio. I love this design, but here's the thing. Is it annoying when a mug is centered like this and not like this, right? So the Never Settle mug that I'm drinking out of has the same design repeated on both sides. This design, as it stands, you can't fit it on the mug twice. I could shrink it down. We could probably mess with it. But you tell me, would you look at this and say, hey, that's a cool design, but I'm not going to buy it because of where the design is placed? I need your feedback. That's important for me to know. I also find these boxes very interesting. This is a mug box. If you order a mug from whistlekick.com, you got this. And you know what I love? I love the fact that we have these elements of our business that I don't even have to touch. Like the fact that it says Never Settle on the packing slip. Right? Isn't that great? Well, I should probably change that phone number. That phone number doesn't exist anymore. Whoops. And Stacy's reminding us, check out the episode to learn more. Yes, I would like all of you to check out the episode. This is a thing that we're doing to try to create some change within the industry. As with many other things that we do, I'm not saying that our way is the only way or the best way, but we are trying to get people to think differently about some things. This reminds me a lot. Back in 2016, we hosted a tournament, and there were some people who were quite put out by the fact that we hosted a tournament because of closed-mindedness. I threw everything in the kitchen sink at that event. We had food trucks. We had vendors. We had more divisions than anybody had seen at anything other than like a big NASCA event. We had a DJ. We had demonstration teams that were invite only, and they competed for money. It was great. I lost like $3,500 on it, but I learned a lot, and I wrote a book that like 3 people have purchased. Yay! If you want all of my thoughts on hosting and promoting an event, check out the book, How Not to Hold a Martial Arts Competition Tournament. How Not to Hold a Martial Arts Tournament. But moving forward, some of the people that were concerned, some of the people who were there started to make some changes to their events. They were all small changes, but I saw them. And some of these were events I had attended for years, knew about for years, and people came up to me and they're like, hey, they got that idea from you. I'm like, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. And because of that, collectively, a bunch of events got better. If that's what happens from us doing Whistle Kick Awards, I will call it a success. By the same token, if this becomes something that we are known for internationally and becomes the biggest thing that we do, I'll be good with that too. I'll also be good with anything in between. Kelly's reminding me, you had a bouncy house. See, so much stuff going on, I forgot. We did have the pool until they decided like a month before, oh yeah, we're gonna have to do something with the pool. The pool needs repair that day. Ugh. We had seminars in the racquetball courts. Stacy says that tournament changed my world, though I never made it out to the food trucks. Most people didn't. There was too much, and that was the number one complaint. There was too much. What do you mean there's too much? You want less? You want to feel like you can do everything? You don't want so much that you can't do everything? That's what should be happening. About the mug, Jenny says, great design and I'd use it, but it might mess with folks who like to display their mugs since only part of the design would be showing. Probably not a great number of folks in that category. I really like the design. And you know what? I'm looking at this. This would also make a great sweatshirt. I like the use of negative space. When I design things, that's one of the things I look for is negative space. If you look closely, the Whistle Kick logo has no outline. It's just kind of cut into everything else. So your mind puts it there and you see like a spot down here, right? Like there's no line there, but your mind completes it. And I love that. I think that's super fun. That's right. Kelly did a seminar. Stacy says, you had the USBA breakers. Sure did. I'm not opposed to doing another tournament, but I need help. And I've talked to a couple people about it. I'm like, hey, do you want to collaborate on a tournament? And they've said, sure. And I've said, okay, send me some dates. Or do you have thoughts on a location? Send those to me. And that's where it always dies. Because I have learned, I follow through. I do my part. I do not take the first step anymore in any kind of collaboration. I have a track record of showing up, of doing things, of getting it done, no matter what the cost. That is not the case for most people. So if I'm going to collaborate with someone, I make them do the first step. And then generally, I do my part and throw the ball back in their court. Stacy says, I had so many photos for Jeremy that day. That's true. There were many photos that day. Tommy says, sometimes, like in music, less can be more. Just a thought, although I think it would have been fun. Missing something there. Cat says, making use of negative space. Now that's a martial artist mug. Kelly says, oh my, I see a t-shirt design with all the tenets, characteristics of a martial artist, and have the logo as negative space in the middle. Super cool. If you want help putting that together, let me know. So there we are. The deer are back. Do you guys want to see the deer? They got bigger since last time. So there we go. There's two of them. Yeah, the two of them. All right. So here's my hope for today. I hope you all will pay attention to the social media stuff that we put out about the nomination forms and Whistlekick Awards. I hope you will share it around because we're trying to make a big splash with this. We want people to know and to see what's going on. Can you see the deer twitching their tails? We need your help getting this spread around. If we're going to feel confident about giving an award, we need a bunch of nominations. We need to be able to have a bunch of names and let people know, hey, it's time to vote. Here's the voting page. Here are all the names. And yeah, bottom line, without everyone's help, this really doesn't go anywhere. So, all right, they've more or less left. We'll pull it back. Your moment of zen. There we go. Tenny says, we love the deer. Nice. One of them ate all the new growth on one of my elderberries, but not the other one. So that's fine. You can have one of them, little jerks. As I was saying that, Stacy was typing this. So here's my ask. Don't just listen to the episode. Share the link to the awards page. Share the episode. Talk to your students. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Kat says it really behooves the show to see the deer. Cool. Well, I'll keep showing you the deer. I love that I live here and I get to see them. I like that I have this buffer of a few acres behind my house, between my house and other houses. I've got a road there. I've got a road there. I've got this forest land here that stretches a bit back there and actually goes up. And then I've got one house right there. So the animals feel pretty safe right there. It's nice. And I don't know what they're eating. I guess they're just eating grass on the edge, because there's no apples right now. All right. Have a great day. Remember, if you want to support, I'm not even going to mention the other things. Help us with the award stuff, please. Like I said, it's been a year, many hours from many people getting us to this point. And I'm really proud of what they have put together. So your help in spreading this around and making this into something of substance is really appreciated. Josh says, my wife has a love-hate relationship with all the deer that live near us, like seeing them, hates that they eat her plants. Well, there are lots of things you can do to discourage them. Just the size and the lighting. It's just really sweet. The number one things, waste product from carnivores or omnivores. Said another way, human urine is a wonderful deterrent. probably the cheapest thing you can do. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to see you back here tomorrow for Friday. Be prepared. Bring jokes. We're still filling in for Frank. So I would appreciate you all showing up with some jokes. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Peace.